Hi, so third video for Abyss, guitar fingerstyle cover made in Abyss, and this takes you from about 16 seconds to 23 seconds. It's the bit where it goes from it's been in a minor key and now it goes to a major key. Basically, it's been in what I'm going to call E minor. That's the shape we were making in relation to the capo. And then it goes to that sound. So rather than that minor sound, we got a major sound. It's a major chord. So it goes from E minor to E major. And it's this bit where it goes. That bit. So you've just come from, that was the last thing you did, that C-shaped chord, 2 frets up from, there it is, in normal C place, and then you take it up 2 frets, and then from there, so I'm plucking the low E string, the B string with my second finger, and the top E string with my third finger. Okay, so after now, when you play this D chord, C-shaped 2 frets up, making it a type of D chord, you get a ringing G, open G string. You want to either stop that, or because you don't want it to carry on into the next chord, because a G note is part of an E minor chord, whereas it's the G sharp which makes it a major chord. So if you think of this as, that's E major, and that's E minor, so the only difference between the two is whether that G string is open or fretted on the first fret. In other words, whether it's a G note or a G sharp. So when you go from here, either stop that G string ringing by, I just basically put my fingers on the strings briefly before I fret the next chord or play the next strings, play the next notes. So I'm just putting my fingers on the strings, not putting any pressure on them, muting them, and then I'll go on to play the next notes. Or you could put your first finger, on the first fret of the G string, because the first thing you're going to do, I think that's probably a better thing to do. The first thing you're going to do after this D chord is pluck the low E string and the B string, open B string and open top E string, and with your first finger there, getting some sound out of that first fret, you're making an E major chord. So I would do that, and then the next thing you've got to do, okay, it's not too fast to move. You're going to take the first finger to the second fret of the A string and the little finger to the 4th fret of the B string, and you pluck both of those. I'm plucking it with my thumb and second finger. So and then after you've plucked those 2 strings, it's an open top E string. After the open top E string is an open B string, so there's the melody. Now remember, the thumb is continuing this driving pulse on the bass string. So it's alternating between the open E string and the A string, which is being fretted at the 2nd fret. Before it was fretted at the 2nd fret like that, and now at this point you might as well make an E-shaped chord so that you're getting some sound of that E-shaped chord. So far we've got this. Then you've got that bit, yeah, 2 notes, 2 open B string notes, quickly in succession, and then it's an open B string again, but plucked at the same time as 3rd fret of the A string. So all this melody is on the still open B string. So we got now that bit. So you've got bass note and a melody note at the same time, and then just a melody note, and then again bass note and melody note at the same time, and then just a melody note. But the thumb is doing first of all A string 3rd fret, then D string 2nd fret. It's part of a C chord. And then you got another quick note on that B string, open B string. And then you've changed to a D chord basically, so you've gone from this shape to open D string and G string 2nd fret. Oops. Now, my thumb is plucking the open D string, and my first finger is plucking the G string, the 2nd fret. Now, when I get to this D chord, because the melody is on the G string, yeah, which is 2nd fret, 1st fret, and then 2nd fret again. Because the melody is on the G string, my thumb doesn't have anywhere to alternate to, any bass note to alternate to, so I'm just going to strike that open D string twice. So, and then when you do go down to the 1st fret on the G string for the melody, you've got a bass note at the same time, so you're plucking the D and G strings at the same time. Okay? Okay? And then it goes back, resolves on an E chord, and that, so after you've been on that D shape basically, you're going to go back to an E shape, pluck the low E string, the G string, and the B string with fingers 1 and 2, I would say, so that the B string is the highest note, because that's the melody note that you want to hear. Yeah, so you've got 3 strings plucked there, E string, G string, and B string. And G string is 1st fret because we're doing an E major chord. Thumb then picks the A string in its alternating bass pattern. And that bit with a little roll of the fingers, is fingers 1 and 2, plucking the G and then the B string very quickly, quickly, one after the other. And then rather than just doing that movement of the fingers where you're moving from the knuckles as usual, this movement is sort of keeping the fingers in the claw shape and rotating the hand, or rotating the whole forearm like that. So you get that roll and that quick plucking of the strings. So you pluck the low string and then do that rotation of the hand to get that quick plucking of those two strings. So in context. Okay, and when you're doing that roll or that quick plucking, you got this extra note, and that's little finger goes on the 2nd fret of the B string. That's when you do this roll pluck. Yeah, so you G string 1st fret, B string 2nd fret, and then as soon as you've done that roll pluck, there's a pull off with the little finger, so that you're basically going on the B string from 2nd fret to open fret, to open string. And then after you've done that, and when you do this pull off, try not to get that top string. It'll be possibly difficult not to. If you find yourself sounding the top string because you're doing this movement of pulling down, well then just do this movement more gently. And then practice. If you still find yourself getting this top E string at all, just slow it down and really get used to doing it slowly and gently, that movement, that pull-off movement. There, that one was okay. And don't worry too much if you can always hear this top one a bit. The main thing is that you mainly hear that. Okay, so all in all, that piece is, that part is in context. So after you've done this, you've got the thumb doing its alternating bass line again, which is low E string, A string. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. That takes you up to about 18 seconds. Okay.